Obviously, it's been a great game so far. Our offense hasn't go early, but I think one thing about this ball club, we never give up. And Tommy right there started with a big double. Dickey, drive him in, and then my job is actually I was trying to just hit the ball the other way. I'm glad it just went out of the ballpark.
Bonds, Aaron, Ruth, Pujols. How does that sound?
Blessed, honor. I mean, to be able to have my name in that sentence, just what a blessing, but it's not over. I never focus on number. My job here is to try to help this ball club to win and win a championship. That's my main goal.
Still talking about his job and his goal. Wow, history is made. Look at this.
Wow.
He keeps on swinging his way past all-time greats, passing Alex Rodriguez on the all-time home run list. And he still looks like he's having fun, right?
Yeah, he is, Lauren. He's a force.
He is. Still, he can't go away.
Of course he's having fun.
You said it. You said when you have a second, go down a wormhole on Baseball Reference, right? And look at the back of the baseball card, and I did. I mean, he was hitting 37 home runs in 2001, 43 in 2003. It's 2022. It's mind-blowing that he's still doing this.
I think the biggest takeaway, first off, congratulations to Albert.
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, he was the greatest hitter I got a chance to spend 3.5 months with in St. Louis in 2009. And I always think back of that. I made him sign a jersey for my son that hangs proudly above his bed. It says, to Brooks, stay inside the ball, Albert Pujols, okay? He doesn't have many jerseys lying around, but I made sure that Albert was right out there in the open. So what he's been able to do, and you hear people talk about preparation, and that's no lie. I mean, I take you back, rewind it 13 years. This is a guy, when you showed up to the yard, he was full sweat in the cage with Hal McRae, working on soft toss, doing different drills to get himself right for that night. He knew he was carrying a team and carrying a franchise. But the beauty of Albert is, raise your hand if you thought he was playing out the string in L.A. last year and just because he was going to have a goodwill tour in St. Louis this year and get gifts and then disappear as one of the greatest players of all time. He has been a massive force as to why they're where they're at. And when he goes into the postseason, you're going to have to think about whether or not you're going to give him a 1-0 heater in a big spot. So I want to dive in to kind of what he looked like April through June, and then what he's become for this team. Pause this real quick. July 2nd, 2009. This is the greatness, right? I get traded over to St. Louis. This is one of my first road trips with the team. We are losing by 3 runs in the 7th or 8th inning here in Cincinnati. Tony La Russa is warming up our closer. The whole dugout is just like, D-Row, it's not a matter of if, it's when he takes David Stormy Weathers for a granny right here. And I'm literally watching this going, this game, for all intents and purposes, would be over on other teams I was on. Run this. But this is the difference of Albert. He gets one pitch in a spot, grand slam, here comes our closer. We're back at the hotel bar drinking vodka sodas. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this guy's that good of a ball player. You can call his shot. And then what did we see as the season progressed? This was a guy that Oliver Marmol was kind of deploying against left-handed pitching, doing it all different ways, and he got smoking hot. One of the best hitters. I love Madison Bumgarner. He's not deviating from 91, middle down, coming to get you. All right, pause this. But this has been the difference. He has swung the bat so good off lefties that now he's getting to play against the right-handers as well. And he's been a force. S-Rod, bring up the splits by pitcher by month if I can. Take a look at this. April through June versus left-handed pitching, he was solid. 840 OPS, 302 batting average. Look at him versus right-handed pitching, non-existent, right? So we're gonna sit him down. We're gonna work the platoon option there. All of a sudden, July through September, this has gone just crazy, a 1429 OPS. But look at what he's done against right-handed pitching. Almost an 800 OPS. And his last 2 homers to put him, tie him with A-Rod, and then take him over the top in Pittsburgh this weekend were against righties. So let's dive in right here and take a look at this. Slider hanging top of the zone. JT Brubaker, you're not getting that back. So the confidence that he started to build against the left-handers kind of through osmosis bled into him feeling comfortable against some right-handed pitching. And I want to take you back April 17th, okay? He's facing Aaron Ashby right here. He's searching. This is when he was struggling. Out in front, a little off balance, legs not completely under him. He ends up fouling a two-seamer away. He ends up outthinking the game right here, and he takes, with the bases loaded, a heater middle for strike 3. Okay, fast forward, facing the same pitcher a couple months later, August 14th. Yeah, I'm going to nod my head because I'm about to take you deep. And he makes the adjustment. Oh. And that's what he's done this season with what I noticed. And this is kind of, to the kids at home, a definition of watch. Pause that real quick. What I love about Albert, if you look in that rip, especially against the left-handed hitters, left-handed pitchers, sometimes he's feeling a leg kick. If he's seeing a ball, Madison Bumgarner, he knows can't beat him in. So he can go into that leg kick. But then you go to an Aaron Ashby, and he's just setting a foot up and putting it back down. So tinkering with his timing, trying to get the bat head in the zone properly, and it's been awesome. And I just showed us Brad Lidge, I'm sorry, ex-teammate, but you think about, there's not too many people that would have thought he would have been a force come this postseason 2022. But flashback 17 years, I don't need Andy Pettit and Team USA pitching coach saying, oh my God, and when we're out there. But what he's been able to do is just awesome. And I think the thing for me, the season splits right here, 198 with 4-8, playing out the string, kind of kissing babies and shaking hands. No, that's not Albert. He has found his foundation, lower half. He's seeing the ball better. He's taking chances. He's doing a leg kick. He's setting it down. 324 with 14 and 22. I mean, he has been a massive reason while we were sitting here during the trade deadline. They were 3 games back of Milwaukee, and now they're running away with the Central.
It's unbelievable.
And it really is
they're
crazy.
Putting together a run that could lead to a long postseason run in the National League.